Good evening, friends. Welcome back to Fantasy Booking. We got some exciting stuff on the card tonight. We're going to dive right in because loading, you know how it goes. Click this link. Starting us off tonight by request of DMP. Now, I put a tweak on this. DMP was like, let's see two high flyers in a ladder match. Let's see X-Pac, the 1-2-3 kid, versus Neville. And I was like, that sounds like a great idea. The one problem, I don't have the 1-2-3 kid, but I do have X-Pac. And I mean, it's the same dude. Not in his prime, I guess. Yeah, maybe. Was X-Pac the prime? That's an alright debate. 1-2-3 kid was young. Whoa. Okay, that's very loud. We'll turn that down. Here we go. We got action all over the place already. Yeah, I don't even know how to call this, because everybody's doing everything. So let's rhyme off the guys first. I forgot to do that. So we know X-Pac, we know Neville, or Pac. So Pac versus Pac, that's neat. Cedric Alexander and Humberto Carrillo. And Mustafa Ali, or just Ali, all up-and-comers who, I don't know, I think they have what it takes, given their skill level, to do something great. Like, you could put a guy like, I mean, we saw Ricochet against Brock, and it was kind of bad, but you could build that guy and make me believe that that guy, because of his speed, because of his agility, because of his move sets and strengths, that he'd be able to hold his own against anybody. Like, I would believe it, that's all. They don't do it. I don't think you could do it with all three, but all three of those guys are just absolutely bonkers. Then we've got Rey Mysterio and Jeff Hardy. Now, Rey Mysterio, the first time I saw, blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. I've never seen anything like that guy ever before in my life, and it was ridiculous. And Jeff Hardy, of course, just massive bump after massive bump, 30-foot falls down onto the floor, going through tables. Like back when Edge and Christian and the Dudley Boys, all that crazy rivalry with those three teams. Unreal. So legendary. Future Hall of Famer for sure. Mysterio as well, obviously. And actually X-Pac's already a Hall of Famer. With NWO and DX, though, I don't know that he's actually been put in on his own. Just like Sean Waltman, the character, the man, into the Hall. But, nah. So Pac, Humberto Carrillo, Cedric Alexander, X-Pac, Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, Ricochet, and Ali, all in the ladder match, vying for high flyer supremacy. Some of these guys, Ricochet is unbelievable. It's just, and the guy takes a beating like nobody else. Just so believable when he gets hurt in there. Mysterio with a big splash off the top. Cedric misses with a drop kick. You can't even call it. There's too much going on. Humberto Carrillo just leveled Neville. Leveled Neville with a big DDT. I'm pretty sure everything we're going to see tonight came in by viewer request, which is fantastic. So please keep that up. Keep letting me know what I should do. We did a lot of this kind of fantasy booking stuff on QLW, so some of it I kind of want to stay away from, but we can revisit some of those for sure, do them better, put different tweaks on it, maybe different stipulations on the matches. But yeah, keep letting me know, and I will keep making this content. And DMP, if this isn't, if this is overkill for you and you just wanted that one-on-one ladder match, you can let me know. It's okay. I can take that kind of feedback and criticism. But I just thought, you know, let's put more bodies in there. Who's in this game who I'd consider a high flyer? And I had like stages of high flyers. I was scrolling through. It was getting not hard, but a little tricky to round out the top 8. And I wanted to make sure everybody was a high flyer. And as I went through the list, and I don't know who I'd replace him with, but X-Pac to me, or the 1-2-3 kid, I don't know that I'd consider him a high flyer. Some guys you just know that Jeff Hardy, high flyer. Daredevil. Rey Mysterio, Daredevil, high flyer. X-Pac to me was a lot of kicks and, you know, the Bronco Buster and whatnot. I know he could do the moonsault, and he can flip, but is that enough? And maybe it is. I'm not answering. I'm barely giving my opinion. But if you do just the moonsault, that's not enough. Like Ricky Steamboat was another guy who I paused on as I was cycling through the characters. And I'm like, well, the cross body off the top rope is impressive, but high flyer for the time, absolutely. But I'm cycling through a list of wrestlers, you know, 200 wrestlers or something like that, and some of these guys yell high flyer to me more so than Ricky Steamboat did. Plus, I kind of, something about when you're a cruiserweight, what the hell just happened? Humberto Carrillo was about to climb the ropes and then didn't. And now he's back on the ladder. WWE 2K20, the most glitched game in the history of video games. Where's Ali going with this? He's got Ricochet up on his back. Wow. The fireman's carry, flipping thing off the top rope. Hardy just whips Humberto over. He drops a splash on Ricochet. Action all over the place. We're in the Nitro Arena for no real reason, just cuz. WCW is where I first saw cruiserweights. That to me was the most important thing that WCW did. For me personally, I know the Monday Night War, all that, sparked all the competition and all those things, but the one thing they had, wow, Pac with a massive spinning shooting star press, I think. But yeah, WCW brought the cruiserweights, and that was something they did that I had never seen before. Another guy, Owen Hart, the Blue Blazer, would stand on the top rope, you know, do his pandering, and then backflip down with a cape on and all that. And obviously the sad zip line from the top rope, those bits. But even to me, Owen Hart, I wouldn't necessarily call him a high flyer and put him in the same category. Once you put guys like Neville and Ricochet and Rey Mysterio, the bar gets bumped up, I think. The bar gets raised. We're going to see Neville have a shot at the on top of the ladder mini game here. Already 2 green slots in there. You got to get, what is it, 8? I think it's 8. So we'll see. We're also going to see Ricky Steamboat later. And I'll keep his opponent as a surprise for now. Another one sent in by viewer request, which I just love. It makes my job so easy. Sure, I'll set that up.
Interesting timing, to say the least.
That's what I was saying. DMP, if this 8-person ladder match is overkill, let me know. We'll do just X-Pac versus Neville. Or Pac versus Pac, if you will. It just seemed like, let's get these bodies in there. Let's have 8 guys. My concern was that it may never end. Somebody goes up and then starts the animation, then somebody comes up the other side of the ladder, hits that person, and now there's 8 guys who can do that. Like, it's not a matter of putting one guy down. It's a matter of incapacitating 7 men. And that's no easy feat. Mysterio can't even get the ladder set up. He just gets grabbed. And Russian leg sweep from Ali as Cedric flies over the top rope. I'm trying to think of some other guys who could have been on this list. From my knowledge of wrestling, I didn't know a whole lot of get like Billy Kidman, Paul London, guys like that. I'm struggling to remember their names. Guys like La Parka. I scrolled past the Lucha House Party. I don't know. Unless you're going to do something with them, it's no good. And I think Sin Cara's now gone. I think he was fired, so you're left with Grand Metalik and I want to say Lince Dorado. Is that accurate? But I've just never had an interest in Lucha House Party. They should have. I would have had Rey Mysterio taken that whole team under my wing and have a faction, have a Lucha faction. Why not? And make them serious. Like, oh no, here they come. Like, none of them are that big or whatever, but they're super quick, and there's 4 of them. So, and then you could have added the Sun. You could have added Humberto Carrillo to that mix. I guess maybe there's a problem with having all those Spanish guys together. Maybe they don't really do that anymore. Like, I don't know, does the Nation of Domination fly in today's world, or is that just racist as all hell? I don't know. I don't know that it flies. We did just have the Hurt Business, and those were all black guys, so maybe it's fine. I don't know. They didn't really make it about race, though. So versus Nation of Domination was pretty much strictly about race. Cedric now having a shot. He's got a long shot here, and he cannot. Well, there he goes, but he's not doing so good. Okay, there's a second one. Oh, goes for a third, just misses. 2 more. Who's going to get the last? It only matters who gets the last ball in there. Cedric could do it. Oh, and X-Pac knocks him off the ladder. Now X-Pac's going to have a chance. And he's not doing it. X-Pac gets it. There you have it. So it's safe to say, I think, that if X-Pac beats, 7 other guys to take that he would most certainly beat Neville. Probably flawed logic, but maybe. Here we're seeing some of the replays. Ricochet with a vicious kick to Humberto Carrillo. Mustafa Ali with a standing Spanish flea. That's pretty impressive. And there we see the 1-2-3 kid, a.k.a. X-Pac, standing tall. I used to hate X-Pac. Now I don't really care. But, like, definitely the weakest member of Generation X, and, like, a weaker member of the NWO. Just, I don't know. Just never caught my interest. I just kind of always thought his character was a loser. We're seeing what happens when you quit the broadcast here, that blue screen of death. Or is that the end of my video? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. I only had 1 match set up in there. Alright. We're gonna go to the next video here. And as you can see from the graphic, it is, of course, Ricky Steamboat versus John Cena. Sent in by Changer. Shout out Changer. Oh, in an Extreme Rules match. Shout out Spit Sick Beats. Because why not? That's what we're about here. We've done some work together. Spit Sick Beats.
Over the years, we've seen a lot of Extreme Rules matches.
Here we go. John Cena versus Ricky Steamboat. That's a good one. That was just one I never thought of. Normally when I pair, if I'm going to pair Ricky Steamboat, obviously Macho Man is in the list, and maybe another, maybe a contemporary high flyer versus, one of the original high flyers. I guess it was Snuka and Steamboat, really. When I was a kid, there weren't too many guys doing flips, really. Like a sunset flip was a big deal. Going off the top rope was a big deal.
There he goes, crashing to the
floor. A cross body off the top rope, which is probably the safer option, depending on who you're working with. That guy just catches you, basically, and rolls you down. And how many times did Ricky Steamboat's own momentum, because he did the move so hard, would just carry him right over top of his opponent and lead to him being pinned for 3. This is Big Match John, though. This is a different animal. I think ranking-wise, John Cena was a 93 and Ricky's an 87. I can't remember exactly. Somewhere in that area. I'm going to get this back into the ring. Extreme Rules. We haven't seen any weapons yet or anything. We got a young Teddy Long in the ring here as referee. Ricky going for a pin, but come on. Come on, Ricky. That's big match John. You can't even see him. Cena with a big power bomb. A sit-out power bomb. And just a strong punch right in the face. Oh, Ricky taking a minute to pander to the crowd, given that I love you sign. Just drags Cena to the top rope, bangs his head off the rope. Cena reverses though with a boot in the face and a vicious suplex there. Dumps the man right on his neck. Now Cena taking a minute to pander. Turnabout's fair play. Take your moment, John. And they're going to fight it out on the outside. Cena's leaving the ring area for some reason. Hops the barricade and then back. And gets Irish whipped. When they have nowhere to go, they just fall down.
John Cena with the offense. Cena being the aggressor. Keeping the pressure
Cena's in control here. Takes Steamboat into the apron.
And Ricky the Dragon
And goes for a kick, but Ricky reverses with a dragon screw. And some more pandering. That dragon screw, that's a nasty looking move. Like, I wouldn't want that to happen to me at all. And I feel like somebody could do, you could do that move in real life. It's not like a choke slam. Where, like, somebody would have to be pretty strong to choke slam me if I didn't want to be choke slammed. Like, you got to go with that move. You got to, like, they count down and you got to jump with it so it looks good. You can't just choke slam a man. That's ridiculous. But a dragon screw, if someone had your leg like that and you just come under and twist that all around, oh, it'll wreck your whole day.
And John Cena with so much
Cena's in control here.
emotion.
Got Ricky down on the outside and fires him into those steel steps. He's going to pick him up for a
There is so much on the line.
gut wrench slam.
On any given night,
That strength of John Cena.
here in WWE.
Cena the stronger of the two, Ricky probably the quicker of the two. Cena puts Ricky over the barricade and goes out after him. Ricky with a knee sends Cena back over the barricade. Now both men back in the ring area. And Ricky punched over the barricade again. Cena's gonna follow him over.
This is not
That Spotlight Man's earning his money tonight.
bang right in the face.
Yeah, this action's spilling all out into the crowd. The crowd's loving this. Look at them, they're excited. Extreme Rules, so no count out. All's fair in love and war. Let's see if Ricky's going to try to steer Cena back to the ring here.
He's looking off his game now.
Here we go. Now we got both men back in the area.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat got him there.
Oh, Ricky with a monkey flip.
Monkey flip.
Dangerously close to those steel steps. Oh, and the trapezius claw. That hurts. If you ever had someone do that to you, that hurts. Get you by those trapezius muscles, dig your thumb right in there. That's not pleasant. Ricky's been in control for a bit now. It's a very good back and forth between these two men. I was kind of worried that Cena would just dominate Ricky with that strength, but Ricky's using his speed and sticking and moving. Still no weapons yet. Both of these guys, I think, just perpetual baby faces. Has Steamboat ever been heel? I don't know. If he was, it must have been in WCW where they made all sorts of stupid decisions like that. I don't ever remember seeing Ricky Steamboat as a heel. And John Cena, obviously, notoriously not a heel. Maybe in the start, I guess, when he was Doctor of Thugonomics. But, Ricky with some huge knee shots. Seems to have Cena well in hand. All that experience.
And look at the
The
quickness
experience,
by
I guess, goes to Ricky. Wrestling at least digitally for 50 years.
Oh, man, right at the point of the elbow.
Oh, vicious chops right to the forehead. Now he's going for an abdominal stretch.
Way to wear down your opponent.
Go for that tap out on John Cena. John Cena's power bar is pretty much empty. But he manages to get out of it with a hip toss, and now he's going outside. Maybe, yeah, John Cena going to look for a weapon. Ricky Steamboat has John Cena all out of sorts. For John Cena, to go out and grab a sledgehammer, that's not in his character. But Ricky wrestles it away from him, so still no weapons used in this Extreme Rules match. Happening on Saturday night's main event. Definitely my favorite, most anticipated, or maybe it's just main event. Yeah, it looks like it's just the main event ring. Either way, though, Saturday night's main event, that's my jam. Every weekend we get the paper, and I go to the free TV guide that came in the paper, and flip right to Saturday night at 11:30, and see if it was. Most of the time, it said to be announced, which meant that I guess there was hope. But when it said Saturday night's main event, oh my God, I'm running around the house. Because that was the only time you didn't see just stupid squash matches. Like, you'd watch it on Saturdays at noon or whatever, before American Gladiators. And it was always, Jake the Snake versus some schlub we never heard of. If you were lucky, you got one of those perpetual jobbers, those Steve Lombardis, the Iron Mike Sharps. Hamilton Boy, Iron Mike. Your Barry Horowitzes. Guys like that. But on Saturday night's main event, you got actual matches. You got to see Rick Rude versus Jake the Snake. You got to see Bam Bam Bigelow versus, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. It wasn't, one-man gang versus John Compton. And we're like, oh no. And the guy's a third his size. It's just ridiculous. These guys still fighting back and forth. Ricky Steamboat's wondering what it's going to take to put John Cena away. There's a power bomb from the corner. A snapmare. He just has an answer for everything John Cena throws. He rains an elbow down. Ricky got two finishers saved up here. Going for a pin, but you're not going to get Cena like that. Cena sits up like Taker there. Then gets snapmared again. Ricky's just looking down at him like, what's it going to take? Now he's going to the top rope. This is what he should have done ages ago. Use your skill set. Yeah. Here we go. Are we going to see it? There it is, the high cross body block off the top rope. The referee's slow to get in position there. And Cena kicks out. That was Ricky's finishing move. Not enough to put John Cena down. Wow. Yeah, this is what we need to see. Just do it again. Goes up to the top with a massive elbow drop there, right to the spine. He's picking Cena up. This is a classic. This is one of the best matches I've seen on here. Very back and forth. A lot of Ricky in control, though, but his power bar's not looking so hot. Seeing Cena no-sell those finishing moves, just like in real life. I don't think Ricky's going to get him to tap out. I don't think that's a thing. Cena with an arm drag. Whoa. Just a face plant. I don't even know what to call that. And Cena looking for another weapon, even though the sledgehammer's right there. He wants a kendo stick. Maybe something a little lighter. You don't want to kill the man. And Cena misses with the kendo stick. And there he gets him. Going to town on Ricky Steamboat with a kendo stick. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought John Cena would have to take such measures to keep Ricky Steamboat down? Going for a pin. And he gets him. Wow. That was an anticlimactic finish. John Cena uses a weapon and just pins Steamboat for 3. We didn't get to see the AA or the STF lock or whatever it is. The 5-knuckle truffle. Shuffle? 5-knuckle shuffle? Yeah, that sounds more right. Truffle. You ever see some of those replays? Ricky with that high cross body that's put so many men away. Not going to put away John Cena. Not today, friend. There you have it. There you go, changer. John Cena comes out victorious. Cena versus Ricky Steamboat. He's happy. That's a legend. That's a Hall of Famer he just put away. Cena will obviously go to the Hall of Fame too. First ballot Hall of Famer for sure.
Loyalty and respect. What a match that was, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us.
Big match, John. I love how he gets cheered and booed at the same time. I think that's the best. That let's go Cena, Cena sucks. Let's go Cena, Cena sucks. And like, if you're standing in the ring and that's going on, you got to feel kind of crappy about it. Like nobody's cheering your name. Like the people that hate Cena, they're probably cheering for you, but your name isn't involved in the chant. Next, we got a steel cage match. And this one was sent in by Mr. Howard McGee. Wanted to see a few guys from the late 70s era. He's like, can you get guys like Billy Graham? Can you get guys like try not to give it away as I scroll through. Can you get a guy like Paul Orndorff? I was like, I can get anybody. The people have made every wrestler that there ever was. So he wanted to see some guys from the 70s. He just said names, and I messaged him back. I said, what should I have them do? He said, put them all in a cage match. Bob Backlund, put them all in a steel cage match. Bob Backlund looks like he's got the overall advantage there in power at a 99 to Paul Orndorff's 95, Billy Graham's 89. And there he is. Greg the Hammer Valentine coming in at 92. With that haircut is something else. And where are we going to do it? You got to do it somewhere. You got to do it somewhere classic. Like the LA Hall. Special event at the LA Hall, which I think is one of the created venues from the little storyline that they give you as you play through. It's probably actually a lesser venue, but that's okay. And just a standard steel cage match, so that you're trying to escape. Pins and submissions are not eligible to win. You just got to escape the cage. Now, the one thing I wish I had done differently, and you can do, it just slipped my mind, was you can decide which steel cage you want to use. And I didn't click the old blue steel cage. So that's my bad. We're going to see a silver cage. Looks like the chain link fence, not just the bars. So that's my bad. If there was one thing that I could do differently, I would have used the old blue cage. But either way, here we go. Nowhere else on the internet are you going to see Billy Graham, superstar Billy Graham versus Paul Orndorff versus Bob Backlund versus Greg the Hammer Valentine in a steel cage match. You're only going to see that here on Fantasy Booking. Both men going for pins here, Billy Graham and Greg Valentine. Obviously, they don't know the rules of the match. And Greg Valentine just put his thumb in Bob Backlund's eye. Now, I remember all of these guys. I didn't see a whole lot of Billy Graham. He was a bit before my time. I remember him coming down with Don the Rock Morocco as a manager. And I remember Greg Valentine feuding with Don the Rock Morocco. And Valentine would cheat, obviously. Probably Jimmy Hart would hit Don the Rock Morocco with his megaphone, knock him out. And then Greg the Hammer Valentine was using that shin guard. and putting superstar Billy Graham in the figure 4 leg lock. And I remember feeling so bad because in my mind, superstar Billy Graham was like 1,000 years old. And he's just screaming in pain. Bob Backlund, I didn't see in his original run at all before my time, but I remember him coming back and feuding with Bret Hart, and he was like crazy Bobby B, and he would like hit his own head and stuff. And it was, I don't know, I didn't really get it. I didn't know who the hell he was at all, so it kind of missed the mark for me. But it was neat. He was just this weird old man who was crazy and used to wrestle. Paul Orndorff, I remember from watching WrestleMania 1 over and over and over again, and him teaming with Piper to take on Hogan and Mr. T. But Paul Orndorff was one I never really had too much exposure to either. I did have the thumb wrestler of Paul Orndorff, and he was so generic looking that you could make him, you know, for me, he was Tito Santana, or the Wild Stallions, you know, any of those guys, the Red Rooster, anybody who had red trunks and brown hair. He was just so generic looking. He's going to take a shot at escaping here, and Billy Graham's going to break it up. Out of these guys, Greg the Hammer Valentine was my favorite. Super underrated heel. Member of the Hart family, which obviously that's gonna have its advantages. The mouth of the South. Bob Backlund with a massive pile driver on Greg the Hammer Valentine. And they always said that Greg the Hammer Valentine seemed to get stronger as the match goes on. And I believe that. What the hell happened here?
Well, it wasn't literally fatal, but it was pretty close. Take a look.
How did... Somebody won, but I didn't really see what the hell happened. Okay. Backlund hits Greg the Hammer with that violent pile driver. And goes for a pin. Was pinning okay? The referee didn't count any of the other pins. I feel like that glitched out. Bob Backlund. That close-up of Bob Backlund, he doesn't look that good. He could be anybody. Well, there you have it. Maybe we'll run it again. Maybe we'll run it again in a steel cage, the proper steel cage at some point. I don't know what happened there. None of the other pinfalls got counted in the match, but somehow Bob Backlund pinned Greg the Hammer Valentine. Well, friends, that's part of the excitement here at Fantasy Booking and all the wrestling shows that I do, really, because the game is so glitched. You never know what the hell is going to happen, and that gives us, you know, some excitement and things to look forward to. So when I was going back and forth with Howard about that match and those guys, we were talking about the ladies of wrestling and who our top ones are. We, of course, you talk about the 4 horsewomen of wrestling. And I compiled my personal top 6, and I was like, I'm going to put them in an elimination chamber. My favorite 6 women wrestlers. Or maybe not favorite, but just kind of the best right now. And it's not. There's a clear gap in women's wrestling right now. Now, my favorite, I like Alexa Bliss. I like all of that stuff with The Fiend. I think she's great on the microphone, great in the ring. She's an amazing heel. And she does the moves nicely. She doesn't miss wild with a kick and those kind of things. So for me, I like her. I think she's the most well-rounded out of the bunch. The best wrestler out of the bunch has got to be Charlotte Flair. She's just ridiculous. So in terms of just the moves and the variety of moves and all that. Becky, I like on the mic. I like the character. I like her. She's exciting to watch in the ring. She's not as crisp with the moves. Every once in a while you see a kick that's not even close. But I like Becky. And when she got her nose broke just before Survivor Series a year or two ago, maybe 3 at this point, I can't remember. Yeah, that was an unforgettable moment, legendary moment that led to her having both the Raw and SmackDown belts. Becky 2 belts. Right now we got Alexa Bliss doing a number on Becky Lynch. That punch Alexa Bliss does is ridiculous too. And like I said, I like The Fiend. That's my jam. I like that dark weirdness. Here comes Charlotte. She's not going to waste any time. Charlotte, I feel, is now impossible to sell as a babyface. I don't know. You'd really have to build a crazy heel to be able to rival and have Charlotte work as a babyface. She just gets everything. Not that it's not deserved. She deserves everything, but it just makes it boring to watch when it's Charlotte again. Oh good, Charlotte again. But she's amazing, so it is what it is. This would be a great triple threat in real life. Maybe we saw it at some point. I think we may have, actually. And you know damn well Alexa Bliss took the pin. Who we got next? Bayley. Bayley's great and belongs with the 4 horsewomen, but she's just almost like a level down from some of the others. Her work as a heel has been great, and I think part of it, though, is because of how popular and successful she was as that baby face, that hugger Bayley, and she was just like some fan they pulled out of the crowd, and her gimmick was that she really liked wrestling. You know, like I don't know, and it worked. It worked at NXT, and it worked for a bit when she got called up to the main roster. But I don't know, it got flat, I guess. So flip her heel. And she's pretty good. She was pretty good on the mic. She's better on the mic as a heel, I think. And wrestling-wise, she's great, too. Very crisp. You don't see her, just kind of flail around. And I don't know. Like, it's hard to watch the Iconics. They were hard to watch in the ring. And even Lana and, to a lesser extent, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Shayna Baszler's pretty good, but they took away all her... Like, she ran through everybody in that Elimination Chamber match, and then she bit Becky on the neck, and they just built her into this absolute beast, and then they just took it all away. So now it's hard to take that seriously at all. Nia Jax is dangerous, and it's hard for me to watch her without thinking she's going to cripple somebody. But these women all, they all know what they're doing. We got Asuka in the ring. She's also one of my favorites. It's hard to gauge her on the mic because she speaks Japanese, but it's entertaining. And wrestling-wise, she's also great, very crisp. All these women, great wrestlers. Is everybody in? Everybody's in now. Of course, Alexa and Becky started us off, so they're going to be in the roughest shape. Sasha Banks got to come in last, so we'll see how that plays in. But all 6 women in the ring now, anything can happen. Let's see who's going to get eliminated first here. This is Fantasy Booking, friends. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And yeah, there'll be lots of wrestling action. And there'll also be some poetry and some music. I do those things as well. So check out a playlist. Have a listen to some stuff. Watch some wrestling. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see on Fantasy Booking. Bayley with an underhook suplex. And Alexa Bliss just pinned Asuka. I didn't see what happened. I was watching Charlotte. Now somebody's getting pinned on the outside over there, but it's a kick out. Alexa Bliss with a leg sweep. I'm surprised Asuka went out that fast. She came in 5th. Meanwhile, Alexa and Becky still holding their own. And Alexa with a big stomp to Charlotte. Looks like some glitches going on with poor Charlotte down there. Bayley and Charlotte working over Alexa Bliss. While Becky throws Sasha back in the ring. And Becky goes for a pin. Not going to get her though. Alexa with a hip toss on Charlotte. And Bayley just kind of the odd man out here. Taking a moment to recoup. Then goes after Alexa Bliss. Throws her out to that cold, unforgiving steel of the Elimination Chamber. Becky's got the disarmer on Sasha. She could tap. She came in last, Sasha, and her power bar is worse than anybody's. Hits Becky with a Meteora and goes for a pin, but that's not going to get it done. We're down to 5 here. Somebody's missing. Alexa Bliss is missing, and I don't... Oh, she's over there behind the... On the right side of your screen, just getting up now. Bayley with a pendulum drop kick right in the face. And Sasha with that guillotine thing on the ropes. And Bayley going for a pin on Charlotte. And Charlotte sits up now. Sasha going for a pin on Becky. I like these elimination ones where nobody's breaking up the pins and the submissions. Sasha whips Becky right into Alexa, and Charlotte follows in, just slams right into Becky. While Alexa works over Bayley in the corner. Oh, Alexa with a interesting sunset flip there. And Charlotte hits a spear on Bayley. She's going to go for a pin? Yeah. Referee a bit slow. The referee tonight is very slow to get into position. And that might have cost Charlotte. Now we're down to the 4 horsewomen of NXT and Alexa Bliss. And Becky and Alexa were our first 2. Still holding their own in there. Everybody's in the red. Charlotte going for a pin on Becky. No, not enough.
She keeps kicking out. Incredible, absolutely incredible.
And Sasha Banks setting Becky up for a big neck breaker. Charlotte picks up Bayley, and Alexa's left with no dance partner. Oh, Sasha got Becky. I didn't see what happened. I was watching the other action. So we're down to 3 of the 4 horsewomen from NXT. Sasha, Bayley, and Charlotte. Bayley whipped out. And Charlotte hits a clothesline on Sasha and going for a pin. And she gets her. That must have been like a... That must have been a spear. I must have saw it on a weird angle. But Sasha out now. Down to 2 of the horsewomen. Oh, Charlotte clobbers Alexa in the corner. That was vicious. Throws Bayley out and just turns and hammers Alexa Bliss, who's still down. Charlotte brings Bayley back into the ring. This is our main event tonight. I should have mentioned that. I'm so bad for that. But a six-person elimination chamber. All the best women in wrestling, in my opinion. Oh, you know who's good, though? Ruby Riott has grown on me. She's a great wrestler. Her character's just a little bit bland. And Liv Morgan is getting better all the time as well. You always see a new move. Still once in a while a little bit clunky, but... Oh, Charlotte got Alexa? Nope. Nope. Bayley taking a breather on the top rope. Oh, Alexa reverses, knocks down Charlotte, and goes for a stomp, but... Oh, Charlotte hits Alexa with the spear, and Bayley goes in for the pin. Is that going to be enough? Got her. That's it. So we're down to 2. Bayley versus Charlotte. Bayley in control right now, but Charlotte's got the bigger power bar. We see Alexa kind of slowly make her way out of the ring.
Bayley connected nicely there.
Charlotte whips Bayley back over the top rope. Charlotte with 2 stored finishers. Bayley has none. Could be a problem. Oh, here we go. Natural selection. That should do it. Charlotte just clobbered Bayley with the natural selection. And 1, 2, 3. It's over. There we go. Standing tall at the end of the women's elimination chamber match. Charlotte Flair coming in 3rd. So it's not like she came in last, you know, and coasted to victory. She was in there in the early goings of this match. You see Becky hit an exploder. I don't remember even seeing that in the match. That must have been when she got Sasha there. Wow, that was a fantastic match. It's been a great episode of wrestling here on Fantasy Booking. Basically everything came in by viewer request, so please keep doing that. It makes my job easy, and I know at least I'm going to have, you know, 1 or 2 people who are happy watching this. I'm seeing some of these replays. There's Charlotte standing tall, who I learned is Howard's favorite. So there you go, Howard. You get to see your girl take home a big victory.
You can bet there are women in the back right now shaking in their boots.
And this has been our main event.
We've seen some amazing matches.
Fantasy Booking, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to keep seeing it, send a comment, leave a message. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll put a stop to this video here. We'll come back to me so that I can say again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Check out me and the boys wrestling. I'm thinking that shortly we're going to do a crossover event because that'll be fun. Next week I can tease that, I always say next week, next episode. I don't want to get, you know, it's been probably 3 weeks now since we did an episode of Fantasy Booking, so I don't want to get pigeonholed into that weekly. I can't promise that, you know, I can't promise that. Next episode, we're going to see 1 match. That's it, 1 match. We're going to see an eliminator. Not an elimination chamber, the eliminator. We're going to have 8 superstars who, for me, are the biggest wrestling has to offer. So I'll leave you with that. Let your mind wander about who the 8 are. And they're going to take part in an eliminator match, which is basically elimination chamber, only it has 8 people and it's not in the chamber. But 8-person elimination match. So look forward to that. We'll wrap this up. Friends, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.